Ever had someone stop in their tracks and ask, "Wait, how old are you really?" Then they express shock when you tell them your actual age? At first, you might just smile and take it as a nice compliment. But what if I told you there's more to it? Looking younger isn't just about good genes or expensive creams. It is actually a window into your inner world, your mindset, your psychology, and your approach to life itself. People who appear younger than their years often share specific mental traits. So if they heard, "You look so young," more times than you can count, listen up. I am about to explain why that might be happening. Your resilient spirit keeps you young. Have you ever wondered why some people go through absolute chaos in life? Heartbreaks, betrayals, money problems, personal tragedies, yet still look fresh-faced and youthful? Like time just decided to skip over them? Their secret weapon is their resilient spirit. Your mind influences your body in powerful ways. The burden of worry, stress, and emotional pain doesn't just live in your head. It actually carves itself into your appearance, your skin, your posture, the way you move through the world. Those who seem to age slower are just lucky. They mastered their emotions rather than letting emotions control them. They understand a harsh truth. Stress doesn't just steal your peace. It steals your youth too. Look at people who age before their time. Often, they folks who let stress take over. They dwell on past failures, cling to old grudges, and live constantly worried about everything. This mental state throws the body into survival mode, pumping out cortisol, the stress hormone that causes wrinkles, dull skin, and that bone-deep exhaustion. It doesn't just make you look older. It makes every part of you feel older. Then there are those who refuse to let stress run their lives. No matter what hits them, they bounce back. They take life as punches but don't stay bruised. They possess a deep mental toughness that prevents them from sinking into negativity. And guess what? Their faces show it. Their skin stays vibrant. Their eyes remain full of life, and they radiate energy. If people often mistake you for being younger, ask yourself, do you keep moving forward despite setbacks? Can you laugh when things get tough instead of breaking down? If yes, you might have discovered the real secret to looking ageless, not just in how you look, but in your spirit. Haven, to master this yet? Start now. Release what you can. Take control. Find strength in your struggles. Refuse to be beaten down. Life will try to wear you out, but only you decide whether it marks your face or your soul. Embracing change keeps you youthful. Ever meet someone who, despite their age, bubbles with endless energy that makes you wonder if time affects them at all? They move through life with excitement, wonder, and an openness that feels almost childlike. These people have found another key to staying young, embracing change instead of fearing it. Being stubborn ages you faster, mentally, emotionally, and physically. When people resist change, they trap themselves in cycles of stress, frustration, and stagnation. Their minds become rigid, their habits repetitive, and their bodies start showing the weight of their unwillingness to adapt. This resistance doesn't just affect their mood. It shows up in their posture, expressions, and overall presence. You've probably seen it. The deep frown lines, the stiffness, the energy of someone just existing rather than truly living. Now think about those who seem ageless, even in their 50s, 60s, or beyond. They don't the time to find them. Instead of clinging to the past, they welcome new experiences. Rather than saying, I'm too old for this, they ask, why not? They never stop learning, always willing to grow, evolve, and step outside their comfort zones. This flexibility isn't just good for your soul. It is powerful anti-aging medicine. Science confirms this. People who constantly learn new skills, explore different ideas, and stay socially and intellectually engaged maintain stronger brain function and healthier bodies. Their minds stay sharp and their spirits lively, naturally reflecting in how they look. There's a special glow to someone who embraces life with open arms. Their faces don't carry the heaviness of regret or the stiffness of resistance. Instead, they radiate a youthful energy that can be denied. So if you ever wonder why some people look much older than they are while others seem to defy time, look at their attitude toward change. Those who resist it age faster, both inside and out. Meanwhile, individuals who move with life, This rhythm, who view each unexpected turn as an opportunity for discovery, maintain their youthfulness, not merely in appearance, but in their inner essence. The reality is, growing older ISN is simply about calendar years passing by. It's about your reaction to the transitions those years bring. When you resist evolution, you experience oldness far earlier than necessary. But when you welcome the unfamiliar, maintain wonder, and refuse to let your mind become inflexible, you carry a vibrance that leaves people questioning what your youth-preserving secret might be. Third point, your intellect remains inquisitive. Have you crossed paths with someone whose vitality is so dynamic, so pulsing with life, they appear untouched by the passing of time? They might be in their fourth, fifth, or even sixth decade, yet they possess the enthusiasm of someone 25 years younger. What lies behind this phenomenon? It is not merely favorable genetics or expensive beauty treatments. It is their insatiable inquisitiveness. Most individuals believe youth only concerns physical appearance, but that is a misconception. Authentic youthfulness originates in the mind. The instant you abandon curiosity, cease questioning, halt learning, you begin aging in ways no cosmetic intervention can remedy. A stagnant mind leads to a stagnant physical presence. Individuals who allow existence to become monotonous, who fall into patterns without ever investigating new possibilities, gradually lose the vigor that once made them radiant. It is evident in how they stand, in their weary gaze, in their manner of speaking. They err to truly living, they merely existing. Now imagine someone with boundless curiosity. These are people who continuously absorb knowledge, who perpetually seek to understand more about our world, about others, about their own selves. They embrace new interests, pose profound questions, examine their own perspectives, and perceive life as an exciting journey rather than a heavy obligation. Their intellects remain sharp, and consequently, their physical bodies follow suit. Research confirms this connection. Cognitive engagement maintains brain activity, decreasing mental deterioration, and even decelerating the aging progression. But curiosity accomplishes more than just keeping your mind alert. It transforms your complete energy signature. Have you observed that individuals with youthful inquisitiveness possess a certain luminosity? Their eyes shine brighter, their facial expressions show more animation, and they emit an atmosphere of enthusiasm. They don't view life as something gradually disappearing. They see it as something to continuously explore, and that mindset alone manifests in their physical presentation. So when people frequently comment that you appear younger than your chronological age, pause for reflection. Are you someone who maintains constant curiosity? Do you discover joy in acquiring new knowledge? Do you push yourself toward growth instead of simply going through daily routines? If you answered affirmatively, then you discovered one of the most potent secrets to preserving youth. Because truthfully, being young ISN is merely about how many years you've accumulated. It is about the passion burning in your mind. Maintain that flame, and time will never truly overtake you. Point number 4, you release emotions without restraint. Ever spotted those people who seem to visibly carry life as burdens on their face? Their gaze appears exhausted, their expressions hardened, and something about their presence feels heavy, almost as if the years have literally weighed them down. Now, flip the script and look at those who appear younger than their birth certificate suggests. Their facial features seem lighter, their eyes sparkle with more life, and there is an unmistakable gentleness in their demeanor. What creates this striking difference? It is all about emotional expression. Feelings weren't designed to be bottled up and stored away. When you push down your emotions, whether it is heartache, frustration, irritation, or even moments of delight, you create internal pressure that your physical body absorbs. This tension accumulates like a slow-acting toxin, elevating your stress levels, creating muscle tightness, and eventually carving itself into your face as pronounced lines and creases. Decades of unexpressed feelings done to just burden your mental state. They literally reshape how you look to others. Consider someone who constantly restrains their emotional responses. They maintain a poker face, never permitting themselves to fully experience laughter, tears, or authentic self-expression. Eventually, this emotional containment extracts its price. Stress chemicals like cortisol increase, speeding up the aging process by harming skin flexibility, depleting vitality, and even compromising immune function. These individuals often look beyond their actual years, not because of their genetic makeup, but because of the emotional baggage they refuse to set down. Then observe those who age with grace, appearing fresher than their chronological age would suggest. What connects them? They permit themselves to truly experience their feelings. When joy arrives, they don't to restrain their smiles. When sorrow visits, they don't to pretend everything is fine. They allow tears. They communicate. They release. They practice emotional honesty, and this authenticity preserves their youthful appearance. Their faces aren't marked by the strain of years of unspoken thoughts or buried pain. Instead, they remain animated, dynamic, and brimming with vitality. It's hardly surprising that societies that value open emotional expression tend to have populations that appear more youthful and vibrant. Emotional release functions as a natural youth-preserving mechanism, one that no luxury cream or serum can duplicate. Research indicates that individuals who openly acknowledge and express their feelings typically experience reduced stress levels and enhanced overall well-being, both physically and psychologically. So if someone has ever commented that you look younger than expected for your age, it might not be solely attributed to effective skincare practices or fortunate genetics. Perhaps it is because you don't allow emotions to deteriorate inside you. You verbalize, you chuckle, you shed tears, and you let go. Through this process, you liberate yourself, not just mentally but physically too. Because ultimately, your face mirrors your inner emotional landscape, and those who allow their feelings to flow naturally stay youthful, not merely in appearance, but in their essential spirit as well. 5. You build a circle of positive influences. Has this ever happened to you? You step into a space and immediately feel your energy vanish, as if the very atmosphere was pulling life from you. Or maybe you spent just a brief time with certain people who somehow left you completely exhausted afterward. This happens because energy transfers between people, whether uplifting or draining. And when you regularly expose yourself to negativity, it doesn't simply affect your mental state. It gradually erodes your physical well-being, accelerating the aging process. The reality is, the individuals you choose to have in your life directly influence how youthful you remain. When you are constantly surrounded by people who do nothing but complain, criticize, or sap your vitality with their constant pessimism, it creates actual physical consequences. Your stress levels climb, your body becomes tense, and with time, you begin carrying that negativity in how you stand, the expressions on your face, and even in your overall health. You can spot it in those who appear significantly older than their actual years, the weariness in their eyes, pronounced frown lines, and a general heaviness in their presence. Then there are those who maintain an effortless youthfulness regardless of their age. They possess a certain luminosity, a radiance, a liveliness that feels vibrant. What is their technique? They consciously curate their environment. They invest time with people who elevate them, who spark inspiration, who bring joy and laughter instead of endless complaints. They recognize that negative energy acts like a slow-moving poison, and they actively prevent it from contaminating their lives. Research confirms this. Studies reveal that positive social connections reduce stress hormones and actually slow down cellular aging processes. Genuine laughter, authentic human connection, and uplifting conversations don't just improve your mood, they physically preserve your youthfulness. Ever wondered why certain people seem to radiate youth despite their advancing years? It's because they surround themselves with individuals who fill them with vitality rather than drain it away. Take a moment to assess your own circle. Are the people in your life adding to your energy reserves or depleting them? If you find yourself constantly immersed in negativity, it might be affecting you in ways you haven't even recognized. But here is the encouraging news. You have the power to change this situation. Choose positive influences, and your body will respond gratefully. Because ultimately, youthfulness isn't merely about physical appearance. It is about the energy you carry within, and that energy is shaped by the people you allow into your personal world. So if you receive comments about looking younger than your chronological age, it may not be simple luck. It could indicate that you surrounded yourself with the kind of energy that keeps you truly vibrant. 6. You live with genuine passion and clear purpose. Have you ever observed someone who appears completely weary of life itself? Their face lacks any animation, Their posture seems weighted down, and their energy feels completely drained, as if they were merely going through daily motions while waiting for time to pass. Now compare that with someone who radiates vitality, someone who speaks with genuine excitement, whose eyes brighten when discussing their dreams, whose very presence feels energizing. The fundamental difference? Passion and purpose, having a meaningful reason to welcome each new morning. People lacking passion often look older than they actually are. When life feels empty, when nothing exciting awaits on the horizon, it becomes visibly apparent. The human body responds to emotional stagnation just as strongly as it does to physical inactivity. When disconnected from your purpose, your mind dulls, your spirit dims, and your physical body follows this downward pattern. The result, a face that appears tired, aged, and uninspired. But then there are those who emanate youthful energy regardless of their chronological age. They don't awaken dreading the day ahead. Instead, they wake up motivated, enthusiastic, ready to create, build, and experience. This inner passion fuels them from within and naturally reflects outward. You notice it in their expressions, their movements, the way they carry themselves with enthusiasm and vitality. Scientific research supports this connection. Studies demonstrate that having a sense of purpose reduces stress levels, decreases inflammation, and even extends lifespan. When actively pursuing something that genuinely excites you, whether it is a career path, a hobby, or a personal mission, your brain produces increased dopamine and serotonin, the very chemicals responsible for happiness and youthful energy. These natural compounds maintain your skin, its glow, keep your body active, and preserve your spiritual vitality. If people often remark that you look younger than your actual age, it might not be genetics alone. It could be because you have something that nourishes your soul, something providing motivation to continue moving forward with excitement. So, consider this question. Are you merely existing, or are you truly living? Because if you are trapped in routine, uninspired, and stagnant, it's not only your mind that suffers, your body will visibly show the effects too. But if you possess passion, if you have goals that ignite your spirit, you carry an energy that defies age itself. Because ultimately, youth isn't measured by years lived. It's about how alive you feel inside. And those who live with passion never truly grow old. 7. You release your grip on the past. Have you noticed people who seem to carry their past visibly on their faces? Their eyes appear distant, their expression exhausted, as if trapped in memories they cannot escape. The truth is, holding on to regret, resentment, or guilt affects more than just your mental state. It physically transforms you. It weighs down your body, intensifies stress, and over time, accelerates your aging process beyond what is natural. The past carries heavy weight. Every unresolved conflict, painful memory, and mistake that you repeatedly replay takes a significant toll on your well-being, both mentally and physically. Stress hormones like cortisol increase when you dwell on unchangeable circumstances and eventually lead to premature aging, wrinkles, and even illness. People who cling to bitterness often develop a hardened, worn appearance as if life itself has drained their vitality. And in many ways, it has. But then there are those who appear light, vibrant, and naturally youthful regardless of their age. What is their technique? They refuse to let the past define their present. They've made peace with what lies behind them. They understand that carrying old pain only harms themselves, not those who caused it. Rather than clinging to regret, they focus on the present moment. Instead of dwelling on past mistakes, they choose growth, healing, and freedom. Science confirms this approach. Research has shown that people who practice forgiveness and mindfulness experience lower stress levels, improved immune function, and even extended lifespans. When you release grudges and regrets, your body responds accordingly. It releases tension, repairs itself, and helps you maintain a youthful, radiant presence. If you have heard comments about looking younger than your chronological age, it might not be genetics alone. It could be because you refuse to let the past weigh you down. You've chosen to live in the present moment, to move forward rather than constantly looking backward. And this mindset keeps you young, both internally and in your outward appearance. Ask yourself this: what are you still holding on to? Is it anger, guilt, resentment? Whatever it might be, it is not only harming your emotional well-being, it is aging you physically. But the moment you decide to let go, to stop carrying what no longer serves you, you will experience something remarkable, a feeling of being lighter, freer, younger. Because ultimately, the past is a burden, and those who release it carry a glow that time cannot diminish. So if you've wondered why you appear younger than your age, now you understand. It's not merely genetics, but your mindset, lifestyle choices, and personal energy. And if you don't yet look as young as you, perhaps it is time to adopt these powerful psychological habits. Do you know someone who looks incredibly youthful for their age? What's their secret? Share your observations in the comments. If you found this video useful, please like it and subscribe to the channel. There are more videos on this channel that will help you become a better version of yourself.